Hello guys, welcome back to Beyond the Realms, and today I am doing a contest entry for Rhine1988. I'm sure most of you on here already know him. Justin, he is a great guy, very, very great guy. Huge fan of horror. Goes to a lot of conventions, has a huge collection, and just a really great guy in general. Very positive outlook on just life in general, and I've always loved that about the guy, and he's doing a really awesome contest right now. For those of you that haven't seen it, Scream Factory, which is a subdivision of Shout Factory, have released one of Wes Craven's lesser-known films called Deadly Blessing. And Justin had ordered the Blu-ray, and they had sent him the DVD instead. So he still got the Blu-ray sent in the mail, decided to keep the DVD, and he is giving it away in a contest, which is really, really awesome. And there's two different ways to enter this contest. You can enter it by writing on the video, a text response, that's one entry, or you can do, like I'm doing here, a video response. That's up to 3 entries. And basically what he wants to know is 5 horror films that you consider underrated gems. Now, I went through my collection here, and there's several ones that I could have put on this list, but I tried to go for a pretty varied list here, and some pretty obscure titles, I think, and all of these are some of my all-time favorites, and I think are highly underrated. First up is Tombs of the Blind Dead. I love this film. I hear a lot of people complain and say that they think it's slow. It's too slow for them, and okay, I can see that at times. There are long shots of the Knight Templars in this where they're riding and it's in slow motion, and they're riding again and it's slow motion, and again in slow motion. But to me, the atmosphere in this movie is fantastic. I mean, if you want something that really captures like a feeling of true horror, that's what I've always thought about this film and why I love it so much. It's just awesome. It's a really awesome movie that's not talked about enough, in my opinion. And the Knight Templars in this, which are these guys here, they look really, really cool. They ride these horses, and it's just, I love it. A great film, highly underrated. Next up is going to be one that actually me, Crazy, and Headbanger at Horror's Ball reviewed on Horror's Ball's channel this past summer. And it is on this 8-pack here, this Holy Grail 8-pack as it's come to be called, and it is the Unholy. Now, out of this pack, usually you hear people talk about Ghoulies, Chud 2, Slaughter High, or Chopping Mall. Nobody really talks about the others. Well, maybe Waxwork too. But the Unholy, man, that movie is so awesome. Very, very underrated film. Very good 80s horror film with good gore, just a lot of fun moments, a lot of memorable moments, very good practical effects. Just a really fun movie. I think if you have this 8-pack and you haven't watched The Unholy, check it out. I think some of you out there will probably like it. Next up is a Lucio Fulci film. Of course, I had to throw one of his in here, and it is Murder Rock, aka Dancing Death, as it is here on this hard box. I had never seen this film until I got this hard box, and this is basically a murderer that is loose at a ballet school. I really like a lot of good suspense in it. Some really good shots. There's one shot I remember in the garage that's just really cool. It's right up there with some of the best stuff Fulci's ever done, as far as shot-wise. Now, this probably isn't Fulci's, one of his top films, but it's still highly underrated, I think. You don't hear too many people talk about Murder Rock. And it also has, oh man, she just slipped my mind, and I can't believe it. The woman that's in Zombie, the woman that gets the wood through her eye. She's the main character in this. I think she does really good. I can't believe I can't remember her name. Brain fart. But anyway, Murder Rock, well worth checking out. And here's one that I literally hear nobody talk about, and this film really surprised me the first time I seen it, and it's been a long time since I watched it, and it is Don't Deliver Us from Evil. This movie is blasphemous, perverse, evil. I mean, now don't take that out of context. I mean, there's nothing like ridiculously crazy in this film. It's actually kind of an artful film. But this is from France, 1971, about these two girls that are forced to go to this Catholic convert place, and they become friends, and they decide that they're going to devote their lives to Satan and revoke God, and they're going to spend the summer raising as much hell as they possibly can. And it starts off with really simple things like letting the cows out of the pasture and shit like that. And eventually it turns into trying to, you know, keep in mind these are teenage girls. It turns into them trying to seduce older men and stealing stuff around the church. And eventually it takes a really dark turn towards the end that has a pretty shocking ending. But like I said, it's been a long time since I watched this. But I love this film. I actually may have to watch this again here soon and review it, because like I said, I hear nobody talk about this film, and that's a real shame. I think probably out of all 5 of these, this is probably the most underrated one, just for the simple fact that no one mentions it. So if you've never seen it, I don't know how hard it is to get. This is from Mondo Macabro. I'm sure this is long out of print, but well worth checking out if you can get your hands on this, guys. Don't Deliver Us from Evil. And last but not least, I can't say enough good things about this. Since I first watched it this past October, I've really put it over here on my channel. And anytime I'm going to talk about underrated horror films, I have to mention this, and it is Carnival of Souls. You know, this has became, in the past, you know, 4 or 5 months, have became one of my all-time favorite horror films. I mean, honestly, guys, I love this film so much it's moved up into my top 10 all-time horror films in that short of a time. And that's really saying a lot with how many horror films I love. But I love it that much. There's so much atmosphere in this film, and this is just a flawless film. Absolutely flawless film. And if you've never seen Carnival of Souls, you have to watch it. I mean, this is a really awesome Criterion version DVD. It has never been released on Blu-ray. I hope it's in the future. Really, really amazing film, though, guys. And if you really are desperate to watch it and want to watch it right now, it is on YouTube, the whole entire film. But, yeah, that's pretty much my 5 entries. I hope this works out good for you, Justin. I wanted to try to throw some things in here that maybe people hadn't seen or wouldn't think of. So, yeah, good luck to everybody in the contest. It's really awesome. Justin, thank you once again for doing this contest. It's very cool of you. And I will talk to you all soon. Have a good one, guys. Later.